the life about in American. Can you tell me about your life in the American?
Yes. Yeah, our life here in the United States is okay. My husband is working at the hotel, and right now I'm working here in the St. Nicholas Daycare Center as a lead preschool teacher. So we right now are is living in Daly City, and my kids are about to go on high school. They'll be graduating from middle school this coming May, and they were accepted in a high school in Daly City. Okay, so our life here is basically like a normal um, Filipino-American family. Most of the time we are out. My kids are staying in school. They go to school from 8 o'clock in the morning up to 2:30 in the afternoon, and they go after school program because my husband and I are still working. I work until 6 o'clock in the evening, and my husband works until 7 o'clock at night. And then after we get home, I cook for my family, and then basically Monday to Friday, that's our usual routine. Work, my husband and I goes to work, my kids goes to school, and then on weekends, those are our family time. Every Sunday we go to church. My kids also serve in our church, and then Sunday and Saturday are exclusively family time. We go out, we eat out, and that's the time when we do family bonding. So my husband also works on Saturday, but we make it a point that after he goes out from work, we meet him together with my kids, and we go somewhere wherever the kids wants to. It's a basic Filipino-American way of life.
Since you talk, you will cook every day. Do
Uh-huh.
you cook American for your kid or just?
Oh, my kids are not picky. My kids are well trained to eat Filipino food. Especially my son, he likes eating Filipino foods, and I don't have problem feeding them because since they were small, they were exposed to different kinds of food. So pretty much everything they eat. Mexican, they eat Chinese, they eat Japanese because they are exposed to that. So we are not like those some parents who don't have time to cook. They just let their kids eat whatever they want or just take from the freezer and heat it up. No, my kids are used to be eating home cooked food, and also even for their school, I pack them lunch. I cook for them. I bring them packed lunch because most of the time they have food in school. But my my thing here is, what if my kids don't like the food in school when it is offered to them? Then for the whole day they would be hungry. So just to make sure that they'll be eating, make it a point to pack them lunch. And my kids love eating Filipino food, especially rice and meat and vegetables and fruit, something like that.
Um, so do you have a hard time to finding the house and the job?
No, no. When I came here with my husband was already settled here. My husband has already a place where he lives. He lives in downtown San Francisco. He lives in, it's like a condominium complex. But because during that time my husband was still single, it's just a one-room apartment. So basically it's okay when it was just me and my husband. It so happened that we had twins. So we moved to another, like a condominium complex, but still it is still small. It has one room and it has a loft that we divided for my son and my daughter. But as they grow older, they need more privacy, especially even though they are brothers and sisters, but she's a girl and he is a boy. And then my husband really wanted it over in downtown San Francisco because it's so very convenient for everything. It is very close to his work. He just walk to his work. And also with my kids' school, it's only me who take transportation in going to work. But as time goes on, my daughter and my son were saying that they are growing up, they need a place for their own. So eventually we decided to look for something that we are paying a lot of money for that apartment complex in downtown San Francisco. So I told my husband maybe it would be better if we find a home. And luckily we were able to find a house over in Daly City. So it's a 3-bedroom house with a very big backyard, and now my kids are very happy in the place where we're staying right now because it's a very quiet and a very nice neighborhood. Finding a job over here is not hard for me the first time that I came here. It's quite easy since I finished up nursing, and during the time that I came here, nursing is really very in demand, and it so happened that there I encountered some medical problems that's why I didn't go to that practice, but still right now it's easy for me to land a job.
Mm-hmm. Do you have any difficulty to adjustment the life here and then?
Not really. Maybe the only difficult adjustment over here is life here in the United States is very fast. And here, if you really would not take time to slow down and to give your family enough time, then you will lose the chance to be bonding in your children. That's why my husband and I has this principle that while our kids are still young, we try to be with them all the time that they need us, because time flies so fast. Maybe you see your child is small, but you can never tell. After a while they are already big, and soon you will soon realize, you will say, where all those time go? And now that you're ready to be with your kids, they are grown up anymore. They don't want to be with you because they already have their own life. They have now friends to go with. So that's the only thing, because culture here in the United States is more of the work. So that's the only thing. But since I marry somebody from my own culture and we understand parenting, what we have in mind is the same, so not much difficulty.
Do you have to study more to get work, get a job?
Yeah. When I was a nurse, no, I didn't study or do advanced work. I just took the licensing exam, I passed it, and then I landed a job. But when I opted to go for a different career, just like now that I'm working as a preschool teacher, I have to take some classes that relates to child development, and I also wanted to advance in my career. That's why up to now I'm taking up online classes to finish some of my master's units, because I still wanna go back to nursing still.
Do you have any experience to face the discrimination?
No, I haven't. I never had a chance that I'd be discriminated in job or in work field or any of the people that I encountered to. No, because maybe I was able to adjust to the situation well, and I speak the language, so maybe it's not hard for me to be adjusting to them and to be mingling with them, because sometimes discrimination is faced by people who have language barrier because they cannot express themselves, and some look to them as minority. But when I do my job, I work to the best of I can, and I don't have any discrimination or things like that.
Would you like to pension another other family member?
Yeah. If I have a chance, I like to petition some of my family members. I have some cousins that I really wanted them to go here, but I know it would be hard because right now petitioning a family members is more of the immediate family member, your wife, your husband, your children, or your parents as well. But I hope I would be able